In this morning's Business Insight, the Business Showcase is a new event coming up this week sponsored by the Northern Kentucky Chamber. It has three goals: connect business professionals with potential clients and customers, strengthen relationships, and experience firsthand the latest services and products being offered by Northern Kentucky Chamber companies. The event also includes a keynote address from Karen Forgas, Senior Vice President of Business Operations for the Cincinnati Reds. Northern Kentucky Chamber President Trey Grayson and Daryl Evans, the volunteer chair of the event planning committee, joined Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith in the studio with more. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Peg. Thanks for being here today, guys.
Our pleasure.
So she said this is a new event. Is that accurate?
It's kind of a reboot. It's an event that had been done in the past, but we rebranded it and we changed the focus a little bit to include some other aspects other than just a trade show. So.
Okay. So what are those aspects? I know she talked a little bit about Karen Forgas being the keynote. That's probably a great draw.
Absolutely. So Karen, she's the highest ranking female in Major League Baseball who's a non-family member.
Okay.
So I'm sure a lot of our women would enjoy hearing her story and how she got to where she is. And of course, the Reds 3-0 off to a great start.
There we go.
So, you know, it's going to be great to have her there to talk about that. And then we have the workshops that we're doing alongside of the expo.
The expo.
Yeah.
So actually come and get some education as well.
Yeah, and we did a survey. So our committee reached out to our membership and said, what would you like to hear more about? So we're looking to do things that our small businesses would really enjoy hearing about. And so the survey came back and we ended up with 3 events that we think are really applicable. One is going to be focused on social media. And we have Dave Hatter from Definity Partners, who's going to be, he's like the LinkedIn guru, so he knows what he's doing and he'll really give us some great tips there. Then we have a speaker from Nexigen, who's one of our emerging 30 companies, who's going to talk about IT issues and security, which is
Very
obviously
issue right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the third person will be Brennan Scanlon, who's the head of BNI in the greater Cincinnati area.
All about networking.
Going to talk about referrals. He's going to focus on referrals. So great workshop events and an opportunity for people to you know, learn a little bit more about how to make their business more successful.
Good. Trey, is this going to be a good example of the showcase of, you know, of the representatives of Northern Kentucky Chamber?
Yeah, there's a broad representation of our membership from both sides of the river, even though it is put on by the Northern Kentucky Chamber, and it's the Met Center out at Mineola, out towards the airport. But yeah, so off camera we were talking about this is sort of like continuing education for business people. You come in, you can get exposed to some great business partners potentially for your company, as well as learn, as Daryl said, from some great speakers about networking and computer security and social media, the kinds of things you need to know to be successful in business today. So we're showcasing and we're helping you as well. So it's a new kind of expo.
That's great. One thing that I've been involved with the Northern Kentucky Chamber for years, but one thing that impresses me is, you know, Daryl being here today as the chair, you know, the member, the volunteer that's making this work. That's, I mean, every event you guys have, you have that volunteer behind.
We're member-led, and Daryl did all the talking at the beginning, and that's no accident, because he and his committee were the ones that conceived of this, executed it, came up with all the ideas, and are making it happen. That's why we're such a successful chamber representing the businesses of our community, because it's those member businesses that run the show, and they tell us staff members what to do.
Well, that's great. That's why you get so much done. I know I volunteered for the annual dinner for several years leading that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
It is. It is.
Is there an example or any kind of representatives? What kind of companies are we going to see there in the expo? You know, vast variety of firms?
It does. There's going to be a variety of firms. You know, Office Depot, Office Max have been a great supporter and sponsor of the event. They helped get Karen there for us. So you're going to have those types of firms that provide services to small businesses. You know, it really runs the gamut. So.
Great.
Tech companies, healthcare companies, you know, basically anything you might need as a business manager or business owner, they're going to be there.
Industries. That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear Karen speak. I know she's been a driving force behind the fan experience at the Reds since Castellini's taken over. So I'm sure she's going to give some great insight into that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you guys being here today. We're going to have a full screen that shows the details. But again, it is the 15th from 8 to 12:30 at the Met Center in Northern Kentucky out by the airport. So I look forward to seeing you guys there.
All right.
And thanks for being on today.
Thank you.
Great. Peg, back to you.
All right, sounds like a great event. Thanks, gentlemen. And